The human voice has been said to be the world's most powerful instrument. As exceptional as this tool of communication is, it is irrelevant if there is no proper understanding of its use. This is the reason the Voiceover Academy was brought to life.
My name is Sean Shobo, and I am the team lead at the Voiceover Academy. Well, for me, how did the Voiceover Academy start? The vision. It started as far back as about 14 or 15 years ago, after I did a hit commercial for a major bank, of course, which was sealed by an agency, and I was very poorly paid for that commercial.
He hates injustice. So he sees the situations where voice talents are being exploited by a lot of these big organizations, these, let me not mention, let me not give anybody idea, but by a lot of these big organizations that exploiting voice talent. And he decided that he was going to solve that problem.
Sean is someone for whom I have very great love and respect. I respect his talent, his drive, and his willingness to explore opportunities.
I started doing a lot of research about commercials, commercial voiceover, and a lot of, voiceovers generally. And I found out that it was actually a major industry abroad and the rest of that. So I'd always had it at the back of my mind, even while I was doing branding and the rest of that, that I was going to do something for that industry in terms of business, knowing how to do the business, right? Taking into cognizance the business of voiceovers. So that was where the vision was birthed for me. This is a vision for me, and this is going to obviously it's going to get to an academy finally. I spoke to Mr. Wayne, I spoke to Mr. Lekon Rubao. He was one of the first people I spoke to, and he was like, in fact, he gave me his blessings. He said it was game, and also Diola. Those are the three people that supported me.
Well, he spoke to me about it. He wanted to start the academy, and because he was already involved in the business of using your voice to propagate what you believe in, to make money, and to impact an industry.
Hey Ali, how are you?
I'm tired, Shadi. My bank is bashing my head with charges. It's like I offended them in another life.
This man, have I not shown you how to break free from sufferhead banking?
So when he spoke to me about it, I loved the idea, and I thought this was something one should encourage and join. In joining, he asked me to be the provost. And I said, okay, fine. To be part of the faculty, yes, I will be. Why? Because I also saw it as an opportunity for me to give back to society.
So one of the things that struck me about him is his leadership style, which I know some people don't like, but it works for quite a number of us because Shobo doesn't micromanage. Shobo gives you a platform. Shobo gives you resources you need, and it allows you to fly. So when he sold the vision to me about Voiceover Academy, I was like, this is another opportunity. This is another platform for me to come and learn something new.
Other people fought me. Some people were not happy I was going to start it. Some people, in fact, I got a lot of criticism. So like, Voiceover, what do you want to do that? It was that, So of course, that part created some fear. But the other people said, no problem, let's do this.
The Voiceover Academy, founded in 2017, initially began with the master course in 2016 and blew up exponentially to be Africa's pioneer learning hub for voiceover talents. the first ever in sub-Saharan Africa.
So we did a class called the Voiceover Master Course, May 2016, right? We wanted just 30 people. We got about 40 people. What we did was we took the money then that was made from that training, and then we, plus some of the funds coming from me, we put it together, and then we registered it as a limited liability company, which became Voiceover Solutions. And then of course we trademarked Voiceover Academy and Voiceover Bank. They are now trademark brands of Voiceover Solutions Limited.
I've actually been very curious about voice acting since 2013, right? So I started searching for answers, YouTube, and one thing led to the other, and I found the Voiceover Academy.
I remembered when I first heard about Voiceover Academy, I just thought that this is where I need to be. This is where I need to learn the ropes better. This is where I need to find comfort and community, and that is exactly what I found.
It was an amazing 5 Saturdays. I learned about my identity, I learned about my brand, I learned about my vocal range and what I could do with my voice, which was a whole lot. When I got out, I immediately started a business plan and told myself I was going to be a voice artist full time.
We're not just a learning hub. We have become a home to shaping lives and building world-class voiceover stars and content creators.
Of course, the Voiceover Academy is Africa's pioneer learning hub for voiceover talents. We're number one in Africa. We started this movement in Africa, and it has, graduated a lot of stars, a lot of voiceover stars. Of course, the Voiceover Bank is Africa's largest pool of voices, over 300 voices on one bank, different voices, from English to our local languages, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, even the South African languages, we have it there.
My first international, let me just put it that way, my first international gig, I got it via the Voiceover Bank, and it was in Yoruba language. Once you come to the academy, it's not just about learning and then they push you out there, you're on your own. They help you till you stand. Like, as long as you want to put in that work.
With the trainings I got in the Voiceover Academy, I have made a lot of money.
God being God, and then planting me in the right place with the people that would help me to become better. I've voiced for quite a lot of reputable brands and then organizations, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Not in English language, in Hausa language.
Shion Shobo is always advising the Alumni Network to always put out content. I've discovered that putting content out there can showcase your potential to an international audience and enable international clients to contact you directly for work. This has happened to me in the past year, and I'm extremely grateful because these are things that I never would have imagined would happen.
Shobo creating Voiceover Academy has given someone the opportunity to be recognized globally. You understand? I said earlier that he's very foresighted. He knows that you shining on the platform he has given you is him shining. He's a very wise man. Please tell him I said so.
I'm so happy at the exponential growth. We've worked with a lot of clients. The Voiceover Bank has been amazing. We've worked with a lot of clients. It is amazing that, in this industry, people feel like if you don't work with agencies, that's the end of your career, right? But for us, we got to a point where now clients contact us directly. We work with a lot of brand managers, and it's been awesome. It's been amazing.
In the month of March 2020, I launched my podcast, which is Letters to Boys. It's about the conscious journey to manhood.
Okay, Oga. How she want to take rich male and more? Answer now. She go boss.
If I didn't come to the Voiceover Academy, I won't actually realize that I'm able to do that. So we started the podcast in March, and a few months down the line, there was an opportunity that popped up, which was the Google Podcast Creators Program. Lo and behold, Letters to Boys was selected as the first and only Nigerian podcast to be selected on that program. It's actually brought together, or it's actually put together by Google and PRX.
So I run a podcast called Truth Boot Podcast, where I talk about issues that many times people like to ignore, right? Because some people probably feel like shame, or they feel like nobody really understands what I'm going through. So the podcast is just basically to remind people that no matter what it is that you're going through, you're not alone.
The Voiceover Academy has also helped me realize my potential as a leader. In 2018, I was the founding president of the Voiceover Alumni Network. I'm extremely grateful for my Voiceover tribe. Over time, I've been able to realize that there's beauty in community. I've been able to build and nurture relationships with incredibly talented individuals.
I have worked with Senate Bank, Polaris Bank, many ads such as Kellogg's, and of course, the latest international brand, YouTube Music Premium. All thanks to the Voiceover Academy.
I'm at the academy currently, and I facilitated 2 classes between last week and today. So it is an experience. It's something that you really have to experience to know what I am talking about.
Through the organization, the Voiceover Academy, I've been able to work with reputable organizations far and wide. I won't mention names, and I won't mention figures, but I've done jobs that.
I can say my voice is on a couple of audiobooks. It is on a couple of biographies and counting.
It wasn't just a place for me to be trained, it was a place for me to discover myself, and I was also given the opportunity to also put my skill to use.
A lot of people have been able to find their voices, find their purpose, find their mission here on earth by coming to the academy, and I'm one of those people. I have explored way too many genres and in 3 languages: English, Pidgin, and Yoruba, and it's fun. It's been lovely for me.
Our time was strictly you were either a radio or TV person, or you were a voiceover artist doing commercials and other commercial activities. But these days they can do animation online and all that. So that was something we didn't have then. And so seeing them eager to do stuff like that, but get themselves armed with some level of training, was something that I have cherished for a while now.
For us at the Voiceover Academy, we do not just groom talents to become well-grounded professionals in the VO industry. We help talents become aware of their niche, understand the voice's numerous value chains, and how best to inspire action.
Voiceover Academy is a place where you take every student like family, right? And then they see through all your plans to make sure that you're living up to your dream, basically.
I felt that it was beyond voiceover training. There's so many moments that are unforgettable. There's so many moments that are treasurable, and I will always be grateful to the Academy for that. I remember Sheung Shubo, the team leader at the Academy, gave me my first paid job, and it just really makes me realize that God places the right people in your path. God just makes everything smooth for you.
The Voiceover Academy didn't just help me in my training, no. Because after the training, I could come here freely, ask questions, deliberate, think together, have ideas, and of course, what it entails to really stay up there as a successful voiceover artist.
Now, Voiceover Academy is not just a school. It's not just a school, it's a family. I say it as a family because there's a support system for you even after you graduate.
Honestly speaking, this place would not just teach you what you need to know about the voiceover. They literally hold your hands and take the work with you till you become a better voiceover artist and then a better person generally. I found my voice. I found the professional part of my voice. I found the commercial part of my voice. And it's been a remarkable journey.
I must say that it's been a life-changing experience for me, and it's been one of the best decisions that I've taken in recent times.
I'm really grateful because I found my way here. If I didn't come here, I don't know, will I be doing what I'm doing right now? Maybe, but I wouldn't have attained so much leverage as I have now. I'm confident in my skills. I know what I'm supposed to do. I have an idea of where I should be in 5 to 10 years. And Voiceover Academy is a blessing in disguise.
In a nutshell, the Voiceover Academy is a solutions provider. It's a place where dreams are birthed. It's a place where talent meets purpose. It's a place where you get to discover and maximize your potential. And if there's anything I'm extremely grateful for, is the fact that the Academy makes you dream big. There's no limit to what you can achieve as a voiceover talent. And most importantly, it makes you grateful for the gift of the voice.
All that will not happen without the grace of God. There's no way I would talk about the Voiceover Academy or the Voiceover Bank and not talk about God, right? God, who is the inspiration behind our ideas, has taken this to another level, has helped us. Of course, we had that part to play, right? But God was I like to say God was the initiator of this, because he was the one that showed me that loophole, and I was able to go and take advantage of what was going on. And today, we are pioneers in that market.
We will keep building and growing the best stars from Africa to the world.
The world belongs to those who have opportunities, but opportunities belong to those who actually are prepared for them. So the Voiceover Academy is an opportunity for people to get trained. Those who step in here to get trained will be ready for when that call comes.
It's a life-changing experience. In Voiceover Academy, people don't just learn skills for voice acting, or they don't just come to learn skills about how to be a better voice talent. They'll come to learn skills about how to be a better person in life. Skills that they can extend to whatever field they're actually coming from.
When you are vocally aware, it helps you a lot. So we don't even work with just voiceover artists now. We work with people outside, people that work in the offices, people that want their voices trained, customer care consultants as well, that want to use their voices properly and well, attach the right tones to their voices. All these things are things that we teach people. So it has even expanded, the scope has expanded much more than voiceovers. Like I always say, there's a treasure in everyone's voice, right? Now, but everyone has a voice, but only certain voices sell. However, there's a treasure in everyone's voice.